créateur.
After the call for entries came the shortlisting, the trial pitch and training session for the shortlisted candidates to be prepared to meet the judges with their world-changing ideas. This is the Circular Economy Competition, a program in line with the European Union support to Ghana for the SDG goal. Last week, the first batch of contestants took the stage to impress our judges and pitch their ideas. The heat continues for the next batch. The journey for the grand prize of a 65,000 Ghana cedi seed funding and also a B2B opportunity at the Circular Economy Conference in Ghana, plus a presentation at the Circular Economy Conference begins now. Which of these ideas will make it to the top of the list to get a chance to compete for the grand prize? That journey begins right now. My name is Bliss Kingg, and this is the Circular Economy Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
I am ready.
I am ready. I am ready.
Yes, we are. The next stage really for me is about the impact. Some of the ideas are good. Understanding the market is different, so I have a very huge expectation on the next round.
It's not only some of the suggestions and feedback we've given today taken into account, but really understanding their go-to-market.
A bit more streamlined presentation of the pitches would be great in terms of identifying the niche market that they are serving.
Enzo Farms is an agri-based startup that's into the production of low-cost, high-quality protein for small poultry-scale farmers. We do this by rearing the black soldier fly, which is for its larvae, which is highly nutritious as it contains 35% proteins, 50% lipids, and amino acid profile that's equal to that of the fish meal. We implement the principles of circular economy by converting the foodstuffs that we gather from markets and from farms into organic waste feed for the larvae. The flies are virtually harmless to humans. We are planning to upscale this business and to launch an Enzo fertilizer in March next year. This will require an amount of 52,000 cedis, 48,000 cedis in capital expenditure, and 4,000 cedis in operational expenditure for the 3 months. And so the next time that you take a chicken bite, remember that you're an important stakeholder in making the world a better, safe place.
So I just add one last thing to it, right? Don't ask for numbers based on what you've been shown.
Okay.
The figure that I remember you say was what? You said for the fertilizer business, you'll be looking for how much?
I didn't...
There's a 50-something thousand that you mentioned.
52,000 cedis.
Good, and then break it up. You said you needed X for capital expenditure.
48,000 for capital expenditure.
And then for operational costs?
4,000 cedis.
And within 3 months window?
Yeah, 4,000.
4,000 divided by 3 is what exactly? So I'm just saying that don't look at how much is on the table.
Sure.
Put your ask there and say that for your fertilizer business, you're looking for 2 million as an example. Now,
Don't be shocked. He's physically done this.
No, just say it. Because see, if you say you're looking for 2 million cedis, and I'm an investor, and all I have is 100,000 cedis, I can make that available to you to grow steadily. So put your balls on the table and ask for what you want to ask.
Sure.
Or at least say how long that's going to give you.
Yeah.
Like, what is your
How
runway?
long? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your runway?
Yeah. What's your runway, meaning how long can you survive?
Okay.
Yeah.
With your running costs and everything and your plans, how long would that get? How far would that get you? It won't get you far.
It won't get you far.
In reality, it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Yeah. You need
great
to.
English, solid presentation, small ask.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, where the hell is he going?
One question that caught me off guard was when Ajad said I should put my balls on the table. Yeah, he just meant that I should look beyond the markets I'm currently looking at.
Our company is a social enterprise that recycles waste metals and agro waste into clean cooking stove and pellets for rural and peri-urban households. Agro waste such as sawdust and rice husks are being burnt, which results to air pollution, climate change, and also affects the human health.
So to address this problem, our value proposition is to provide rural and peri-urban households and agro-processing women groups who are at the bottom of the pyramid, clean, affordable cook stoves and also fuels, so that they don't have to go to the forest again. Our innovation is a clean biomass cook stove that we use recycled metal waste to produce. The stove is a biomass gasifier stove. It's a unique stove that uses pellets, and agro waste, palm kernel shells, and others to cook without smoke. The ashes of the stove actually produce biochar, and that becomes biofertilizer that improves soil fertility. While the stove is cooking, the heat from the stove can be used to generate electricity through a thermoelectric generator that charges some phones and also lights and bulbs in off-grid communities. Our business model is to sell the stoves and then the fuels in urban, peri-urban areas through a fuel subscription model. So we deliver it. We have also created an online market, cleancookingmarket.com, where people can order for the stove and get it delivered to their doorsteps. The market opportunity available for us is about 3 million households, according to a research report by Clean Cooking Alliance. But for this market share, we want to address 15% of the market share by 2030.
I think I would have liked to have heard circular economy at least once within the
Yes, so as we initially discussed, we actually, most of the companies, when they produce the metal sheets, there is a lot of waste that is generated that they actually throw out. And so that is what we target.
Cool.
And we collect to make the stoves. And then for in the rural communities where we're doing this work, we actually collect sawdust and then rice husks. And we recycle them. We put them into a certain machine that press into pellets. There's a small machine we use that press into pellets. And that is where we want to actually, the reason why we are in this competition is to get a bigger pelletizing machine so that we can produce more of the fuel to go with the stoves that we are producing. So rice husks and sawdust can be put through the machine, and then we get the pellets that we can supply to them. That is what we are doing that address circular economy.
Cool.
And without that, those rice husks and pellets, rice husks and sawdust are actually normally burnt in open air and then thrown away. So it's a big problem for the sawmill industries and the rice processing industries.
Okay.
And that's what we are addressing.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks very much.
It was an interesting experience, as you could see. It just was a bit too short for us.
WHO has it that over 16,000 people die yearly as an effect of air pollution. These are the problems we identified, and we sought to find a solution to create a sustainable pattern for the current and future generation, recycle plastics, and also provide social amenities to the unprivileged people in the society.
In our commitment to solve the problems we identified, we came out with solutions which are in alignment with the SDG goals. Our solutions include producing environmental friendly bags with jute and plastics. So some of the bags are what we've displayed. Our bags carry our local Edinka symbols, which is a cultural tool for our local or our young ones. Our bags in the long run will create employment opportunity for young individuals, as well as increase the GDP of the country. We intend to sell our bags through our social media platforms and partner with various philanthropical institutions who are into building school projects or schools for less privileged people. When we started, some of our challenges that we faced was lack of adoption or the risk of early adoption by Ghanaians. Also, we faced the problem of high cost of production.
Okay, so let me buy you 30 seconds. Well, what is Makala GH?
So Makala GH, we basically produce environmental friendly bags.
Okay.
And also we help farmers to sell their goods to consumers of farm produce.
So you're here because of what?
Environmental friendly products. That's what the competition
Okay,
says.
so leave the second one out.
Okay.
So retell the story again in 30 seconds. Makala GH does what? And represent the business here in 30 seconds. That's it.
Okay, so Makala GH produces environmental friendly bags to solve the problems that we create from waste. When we sell our products to our young ambassadors.
I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
The bags, connect the bags to waste.
Let's connect the bags to waste.
Yes.
Okay, so jute, we have waste jute. Then we convert them, we process them into bags which are reusable.
How do you do that?
Okay, so we process them, we dye the jute, we get the jute from farmers, then we dye them and make them into bags, as you're seeing.
Suddenly you have our attention.
Yeah.
We are glad we were able to present our model to the judges.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel, and as a Ghanaian who is passionate about the circular economy, I set up to do a community and school recycling sensitization program way back in 2018. And the waste bins we gave to these schools, when they became full, I reached out to the various recycling companies that I know. And the response we mostly get is, oh, your place is too far, or we are currently not operating in this location. This led me to do a deeper research on why this was happening, based on the customer and the recycler. This led me to find out most of the homes had gone back to gathering their waste together because most recyclers weren't picking up when they separate their plastic waste. And recyclers opted to the dump site because that is where they'll get enough volumes. At Vidi Waste, we decided to fix this issue. By doing this, we leverage on technology to connect various homes with a network of community waste pickers. Where these waste pickers, when the bins are full in various homes, they go and collect it in a larger volumes, which is attractive to the recyclers we work with. By doing this, our business model is very simple, which has an impact. The waste recyclers that we work with collect this waste, sort it, and they are then crushed and sold to local manufacturing firms who turn them into plastic bottles, plastic tables, chairs, shirts, and shoes. Our organization has a good environmental impact and a positive one. Whilst doing this, we create employment for marginalized women.
And what regions are you focused on at the moment?
At the moment, we are currently working in Accra and Kumasi.
Okay. And just plastic?
Just plastics, but we have a goal of incorporating e-waste that we are doing at the backside right now, but we've not incorporated into our everyday model, and organic waste also into the process in the near future.
Why did you pick those two?
Okay, so plastic waste is something that has an issue in this country. Most people don't recycle it. And we also found out that e-waste, not most businesses recycle their e-waste. Over the period of 2019, the whole year I was doing a market research in Agbogloshi. So every day I go there around 4 to 5. And that is when these waste pickers burn the e-waste. And when you go there, it's very terrible. They stand in the fumes, and when they are doing it, they are inhaling the fumes. So I said, why don't we add e-waste to it, collect it right from the homes, and recycle it in a good manner?
I would say that's like morally nice, but does it make business sense?
Yes.
As your second waste category that you choose, pick the one that makes the most market sense.
Okay, so
that doesn't require an answer. That was advice.
The pitch was a learning process for me. I really learned a lot from the feedback the judges gave me.
Hi, my name is Prince Opong, and my colleague is Sampari Owusubanahene. We are from Tiger House Limited. We process tiger nuts into various products. Each year, tiger nut farmers in Ghana lose about 50% of their produce to waste, and this has rendered the farmers in dire poverty. Leading among the reasons is that no value is added to the tiger nuts, and this is the problem we solve. With circular economy principle, we add value by processing the nut into a milk drink. The chaff, which usually goes waste, is further processed into a biscuit. We also extract starch from the tiger nut to make a laundry starch spray. Throughout our process, nothing goes out as waste. We make efficient use of the resources. With our innovation, we are able to reduce food waste by empowering the farmers while providing healthy snacks to our customers. Over the years, we've gone through a series of developments, testing, marketing, and distribution. With an investment of 65,000 cedis, we will be able to increase the efficiency of our processing line. 80% of the investment will go into machinery. 20% will go into operations. This will help us increase or allow us to facilitate or accelerate our vision of reducing post-harvest losses. And also, it will enhance our zero waste method of processing tiger nuts. At Tiger House, we believe that when the value of food is maximized, circularity is attained. Thank you.
I liked it. I like the fact that, no waste. You seem to demonstrate the fact that you understood what the circularity concept meant. And I like the fact that you have 3 very clear, distinct products from a single source.
Oh, okay. As usual, before coming to stage, there was some anxieties here and there, but then on stage, things normalized and we were able to put across our presentation.
It is estimated that about 50% of Ghana's population is involved in farming activities in one way or the other. And so every year, a lot of forest cover are being cut down or cleared to pave way for farming activities. What this is doing to our ecosystem and the environment is very damaging. Profuse farm managers, what we essentially do is that we farm for the farmers. When I say we farm for the farmers, is that we deploy technologies that allow farmers to easily get their produce, their crops produced. And so let's assume that a farmer wants to produce an acre of maize. He comes to us, we deploy our technical people, they go and measure the land, they go and survey to see the farm, the land quality and all those kind of things. And then we go in with our rotator slashers that is able to clear the land within some few hours, as compared to a manual laborer who will spend weeks in clearing that same plot of land. Then, when we finish, we will utilize organic manure from poultry farms to fertilize the land. Then, we will go in with planters to plant the seedlings or the seeds. Then, when we finish, we'll maintain the farm till it is ready for harvest. Then we'll harvest using, in this case, combined harvesters.
Profuse is the farmer's farmer.
Yes.
So does Profuse care about the circular economy?
Yes, we do.
In what way?
First, if you look at the farming methods that are being used currently, they will have to slash, burn. That is one. So they are polluting the environment with the carbon emissions that come from the burning. But with the technology that we are deploying, we wouldn't have to burn. And so we are reducing carbon emission in that direction. Then when it comes to...
So hold on, so if I give you a 10-acre land,
yes,
that I want you to plant corn.
Yes.
And you go into the farmland, you
yes.
would cut the trees and remove everything, and then you do what with it?
We will go ahead and then plant what you need.
So what you've gathered and cut, you will do what with it? You said you have a better way of getting rid of it, so you will do what with it?
With the rotator slashers, it is able to shred the plants so that it goes back and then rots and then fertilize the land for you, so that you don't need to burn it again.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Initially, it was a bit difficult, but when I got the tempo, I think it was okay for me.
Hi, my name is James Damte. I'm a final year student of the University of Professional Studies, Accra. I'm the co-founder of the next big skincare firm, Woodin Processing Company, a startup business with the aim of manufacturing and marketing naturally authentic black soap. Galamsey, as the name goes, gather and sell, is a process or where individuals engage in illegal and unregulated mining activities. An area that is affected highly is the western region of Ghana, where a lot of mining activities is ongoing there, which also happens to be a cocoa growing area. Ghana could import water in the near future if care is not taken to save our rivers from pollution through illegal mining. The government's ban on these activities is a step in the right direction, but the only thing missing here is the people that are involved. What happens to them? These are mega cocoa farmers who depend solely on cocoa, which is a seasonal crop for livelihood. Now, when the cocoa season is over, these people do not have a source of income, so they indulge in all sorts of unwanted social vices. The pod husk from cocoa can actually be used to make potash. One of the many uses of potash is the production of soap. Black soaps have become a very, very demanding commodity day by day. And then the increasing consciousness of health is what has grown this. Individuals...
Pitch your business in 1 minute.
All right,
That's
so
it.
Woodin Processing Company is into the manufacturing of black soap. We
Okay.
convert dry cocoa pod hacks into naturally authentic black soap for individuals, for customers. And we are in the business of eliminating the chemically produced soaps and providing employment for farmers in the cocoa growing areas. We seek to do this by targeting student customers.
That's fine, but I learned so much more in that time than I did in 2.5 minutes.
You need to sharpen your presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't really comment much
Really.
based on the pitch.
And black soap is a highly competitive space.
Yeah.
Everyone is making black soap. I didn't see much of your brand in there that makes you stand out.
We are making it from dry cocoa pod hacks.
I get it, but that's the raw material that everyone uses for black soap.
Most people use plantain.
That's true. But those are the two main ingredients, right, or options for black soap production. Or your branding, your positioning, we didn't see much of that in your presentation at all. So it was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but just 10% of the cocoa pod hacks has been exploited.
How much? Okay, the money would go into doing what?
Say again.
The money if you win the competition, what would you need the money for?
So for now, we just into the handmade soap of it, but we have the machinery that can actually help in making the soap.
So when you get the money, what would you use it for?
The machinery for making the soap.
You would buy the machinery?
Yes.
Okay.
Just for now, we are just in the prototyping stage. We tested the product on students, but we don't have a product. It's still in the idea stage where we have a sample of the product.
Okay.
Good day. My name is Sarah Tete, CEO of Koshi the Market Queen. Every year, an estimated 1/3 of all food produce ends up in the bins of consumers. My team and I came together to help curb this by bridging the gap between farmers, consumers, and market women. I introduce to you Koshi. How does Koshi support the circular economy? First and foremost, we use recyclable paper bags, which is eco-friendly. By the use of this, we have also come up with a program where our customers can return these bags back to us anytime they are ordering for something else or on their next purchase. So we encourage them to give it back to us to get something in return. For example, free delivery, discounts on some of our products, and some freebies. What we intend to do with the grant is to acquire solar bicycles or motorcycles. And we also believe that by what we are doing, we are helping to reduce the congestion in marketplaces, indirectly helping to reduce the spread of COVID-19 in the economy. We would also train some of our farmers on how to use the technology. And lastly, we intend to also use some of the funds to market the brand, both online and offline, to be able to push the brand out there for a lot of people to have access to using it. Thank you.
I'm not sure how you're connecting this to food, like food waste,
Yes.
which is a problem. I don't see how you're solving food waste or what you're doing is really addressing that. It's a solution to something else. As for the circularity, I don't see much, but I might be wrong, judges.
Woodin, le créateur.
It's been some very long, grueling hours of our judges listening to our contestants' speeches. Now it's my turn to have a word with our very wonderful judges. I begin with Jesse Ajipong. Jesse, what has been the most frustrating for you?
My job as a judge is not to be frustrated. If the idea is not workable or has holes in it, we can try and shape it. So I wouldn't say that I've been frustrated by it.
No frustrations for Jesse. Ama Jampo. Have you heard something from any of these young people that as a businesswoman you would right away investing into?
Well, I don't want to give too much away at this stage, but I mean, there have been some interesting pitches. Some of them have a lot of potential. So I think it's really about just learning a bit more about what their plans are and where the gaps are within their plans, and for us to really just make sure we tie it into the concept of circular economy.
On that circular note, Simon, do you find many of these projects from this first round of the pitch decks being very connected to the circular economy?
I'd probably say, on balance, not really. Although those that do have a circular element sometimes don't articulate it in the right way or the best way. So I think a lot of the time it comes down to their storytelling, or knowing a bit better what circular economy is, that they don't have to be the entire component, they can fit in a certain area. It's all a learning process. And so I guess it's up to us as well to see who learns.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So guys, welcome. I think that I speak on behalf of the judges that it's been a very intense period evaluating all your pitches and going through it.
We were looking for really good presentation, we're looking for passion, we're looking for circularity in terms of the concept of the show. We're also looking for a very clearly defined marketplace.
After the review, going through the various presentations, we believe that all of you Simon, do you want to finish it?
I've got some good news for one row. Yep, the back row, congratulations, you're going through. Emma. Emma.
So for those at the front, you're going through as well. Well done. You guys are all going through.
Thank you. The congratulations for getting this far. Well done.
Simon, do you want to finish it?
You're all going through. Congratulations.
Well done, guys.
The race is still on for a 65,000 Ghana Cedi investment funding, a B2B opportunity at the Circular Economy Conference, and a presentation at the Circular Economy Conference. Which of these amazing projects will make it to the top?